And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition of Next Level Broadcasting with Raider Athletics. Shane Smith, Dennis Halverson here. We're doing a bit of a live stream here from the Charlevoix High School. We're connected to large TV in the classroom using the NFHS network, so we can bring you the game for free to you as viewers at home, of course, but without having the extra travel involved for us on a Tuesday night, Dennis.
Yeah, we're sitting here in an empty classroom, like I said, like Shane said, at the high school, junior high, watching what would that be? Probably a 68-incher.
Oh yeah, I mean it's beautiful TV. So
Yeah,
it gives us a nice seat right here, front row, to the game, and hopefully that'll translate to a nice game over for you all at home watching.
Yeah, and we're here watching this one. You don't have to, like Shane said, you don't have to pay for it. Plus, with the state feed, there is no commentary, so you just kind of get a silent movie. And so we're going to bring hopefully some another facet to the game on the players, and kind of calling the game out a little bit, talk about a few other things, and make it a good experience for you sitting there in your living room or wherever you're at. I don't know if we have the text line going tonight or not.
Yeah, we do. It should be on your screen there. 231-350-9040 is the text-in number. We'll see if that's on there. I'm serving as producer and play-by-play and just about everything else. Thankfully, Dennis is here to help along tonight. So
yeah, he's a chief cook and bottle washer tonight.
That's right.
He does everything. We're about making the introductory announcements for the starters here for St. Ignace Saints and the Charlevoix Lady Raiders.
Yeah.
Well, like we talked about before we went on the air, St. Ignace comes into this game 2-0, but kind of the interesting facet of that 2-0 record is they beat Rudyard the last game here 87-9.
You don't hear too many games like that in high school.
That 87-9, and you know that had to be running clock there for probably most of the second half. But man, and then more recently they beat Boyne City 63-27. So a few less points on offense, a little more let up on the defensive side. But we were doing the quick math, and St. Ignace come into this game, looks like they're going to average offensively about 75 points.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of interested. You got to have a score or two to hit 87 points in a girls' game. I mean, you got to have somebody that just got hotter than a $2 pistol to put those kind of numbers up.
Well, we'll be interested to see how this goes. The Raiders come into this 3-1. Their only loss came against Gaylord, which is, of course, a Division I school for basketball. So they've had a great start to the season so far, including a marquee win against St. Francis here a couple of weeks back. Dennis, you were there for that game. What a thriller that was.
Yeah, it was a good game, and I think as we've watched these games, it's kind of become very clear that Abby Wright, probably just looking down the Brianna Collins, probably those are the two really pivotal players for Charlevoix, both on the offense and defense. So we're going to be calling those names a lot tonight, and I think as those two play, so the Lady Raiders go.
Yeah.
Especially Abby Wright. She was a senior this year, got some size, got some moves. You could tell she was practicing all summer, so fun to watch, and this one's about ready to get tipped off.
Yep. Speaking of Abby Wright, she'll be taking care of the tip-off duty as the Raiders in their sharp away black. Abby Wright wins the tip-off as Carly Eaton takes over. Gets it up to Ava Boss now as she works her way into the corner. Abby Wright in the paint, not able to get an opportunity there. Works it around to Carly Eaton. We have a travel call, early turnover for the Raiders.
Yeah, this one just starting out up there on the other side of the bridge. Looks like kind of a little bit of a light turnout on a Wednesday night, kind of an unusual game night.
Yeah. But we're here and hoping that this game goes well for all of you tuning in here to make it worth your while. And obviously we're enjoying the opportunity to be able to do this as well. As number 11, Addie Winberg got the shot off, no good. Carly Eaton picks it back up. A little bit of a scrum now on the floor after it goes off of Anna Kemp's foot. And it looks like the Saints will take it back over with 44. Allison Cece taking care of the inbound duties.
Well, St. Ignace, a lot of history on the girls' side of the basketball going back in time. Been a good program for a long time.
We have our first foul call. That is on, I think, number 21, Bayani Collins. That's the best I could make out from the TV. Nope, I apologize. 13, Carly Eaton. That's what it was. I saw a 3 and a 1. So that's who it'll be. Carly Eaton gets her first foul as number 44, Allison Cece, gets the first point of the game.
But misses her second try. Rebound, Charlevoix Collins with a kind of a rare turnover there, dribbled it off her foot. And that ball's going to come back to St. Ignace. Or St. Ignace is the way they say it. They don't kind of pause in between the two words.
Yep, good Michigan way of speaking there. St. Ignace, just like we say Traverse City, there's no like real pause, just one word. About 45 seconds have ticked by so far in the game. St. Ignace up with the 1-0 lead. Anna Kemp taking it back across the half-court line, gets it over to Bayani Collins. Now inside to Abby Wright. She goes for two, gets it in.
Go. That is her trademark move there in the paint. You let her in the paint with that much room, and she's going to score on you.
So that brings the Raiders up to a 1-point lead. Ball goes out of bounds. The Raiders will take it back over here. Coach Kepke has been very happy with his season so far in this team of girls. He's brought the team around a lot between the last year and this year. So it's great to see. He's got a full bench over there. As the ball gets passed up, Abby Wright once again at the top of the arc gets it over to Ava Boss now. Boss trying to work her way in, loses control. Anna Kemp's there to pick it back up. Now to Bayani Collins. That one's knocked around and taken back the other way for St. Ignace. The long pass up to Cece once again. No shot, but she does draw a foul.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for the scorer to make themselves known here for St. Ignace because obviously, like we mentioned on the offensive side, on their only 2 games. I don't know why they've only played 2. We've played 4, they've played 2, but 87 points against Rudyard, 63 points against Boyne City. Way out of average for a girls' game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. CC picks up another point there, ties the ball game up. We had a foul. That was on number 12, Ava Boss. Her first team's second now. St. Ignace with none. CC misses her second free throw, leaves it knotted up at 2 apiece. Minute and a half have gone by, and we've got another foul on the floor.
Looks like they're going to call Charlevoix for some foul there. Looks like it's going to be on, let's see here, 21 maybe? Collins. She ran into, if that is on her, she ran into foul trouble the last game.
Yes.
And that really hurt them when she's not there. But 44, CC who, again, we've mentioned her name about 6 times already early on in this one. So she apparently is might be the mystery scorer we've been looking for St. Ignace.
I was just going to say, Dennis, I think that's the young lady we've been looking for. As Anna Kemp takes it across the half-court line, gets that one tipped away. Carly Eaton was not able to get to it in time. The Saints take it back over, up 3-2.
You know, it's kind of interesting. You look at the right in front of the free throw line. What do you see there? The Upper Peninsula.
Oh, yeah.
You see half the state.
Right.
I think that's a little payback. How many times do we see down here just the Lower Peninsula on stuff?
Unfortunately, and I say that because of my love for the UP, unfortunately, a lot more than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
So we've got to travel there on 21 Jillian Fraser.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but, you know, from cottage cheese to whatever, you just see the Lower Peninsula. You just like they just hack off the top. So this is a little payback deal. There's no Lower Peninsula on their logo in front of the free throw line.
Carly Eaton with the jumper, no good there. And that'll be St. Ignace's first foul.
Looks like somebody there got over the back.
Oh, I apologize. That was on Charlevoix. Yep.
Yep, number 11.
So that would be, we don't have number 11. That's interesting.
It could be 21.
Well, if that's the case, then it would be Biani Collins again.
Yeah. Folks, this is really good watching this, but it isn't as clear as actually being there on some of the numbers, so forgive me anyway on if I get the call the wrong number.
And I'll forgive both of us because I'll be making mistakes too. As nice as this 68-inch TV is, just as Dennis said, you don't have that three-dimensional ability to be able to see things in depth from long distances.
Yep.
So, but St. Ignace cannot keep control of the ball there. Charlevoix getting a chance here, down 1 point. Ava Boss to Biani Collins, now inside to Carly Eaton. She works her way around, gets it over to Anna Kemp.
St. Ignace in a man-on-man defense. Looking for a shot there, in and out by
Anna Kemp, not able to get it, but she does get the steal back. That was off of number 3, Avery Visnaw.
The Traverse City name there, Visnaw.
You have a Boss with the ball back, 5:13 here to go in the first quarter. Charlevoix just trying to get beyond the half-court line as Anna Kemp drives it in now, goes for another jumper. That one falls off the heel and goes back the other way, this time falling in the hands of number 11, Addie Winberg. Once again, Charlevoix with another steal. Ava Boss with the ball.
A little back and forth here, another turnover. There seem to be kind of trading turnovers the last 20 seconds. I'll mention the JV game before this. It was not an offensive struggle. Charlevoix won the JV game 21-6. 6.
Yeah, well, you know, you have those games sometimes. Yeah.
Hopefully not very often. That had to have been kind of tough to watch that one with, 27 total points in the whole basketball game.
Right. But Charlevoix comes away with yet another steal. We have 5 combined points and just under 4 minutes of gameplay. Anna Kemp through the hands of Carly Eaton. Yeah, several miscues on passes so far, giving St. Ignace plenty of opportunities, but they haven't had that great a shooting, and they've had a few miscues themselves here, so both teams looking to find their footing early on in the game.
Yeah, got to be at least 5 or 6 turnovers for each squad here just halfway through the first quarter.
But that's how you answer right back after a turnover. That was number 21, Jillian Fraser, sinking a 3.
Oh, another steal by St. Ignace, up and in.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, Charlevoix is not playing well right now, and the coach says, I've seen enough of this. We got to talk about some stuff.
And that was Cece with the up and in as well. So Cece and Fraser combined for 8 points of the team's 8. Cece with 5, Fraser with that beautiful 3 just a moment ago. And while St. Ignace takes a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well to thank our friends at Bingham Insurance. Bingham Insurance, who was our pregame and first quarter sponsors.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, the you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
And here we are. Take a quick moment to thank our friends at Bingham Insurance. Now, Dennis, you were talking about your little trip down to Lansing and maybe being a bit of a good luck charm.
Yeah, when I left for Lansing, the boys were undefeated. So then I'm in Lansing, and they lose Friday night. So I'm not going to leave anymore.
Uh-oh. We've got a bit of a buffer going on here with the feed. This is not on our end. We have perfect connection here. Unfortunately, it's with the Saints. We'll see what we can't do here.
Yeah, that's the only weak link in these remote feeds is that something getting out of whack here on the live stream.
That's right.
So bear with us. Shane's trying to fix the technical difficulty. Don't look at me for trying to do that.
Well, while we wait on this to come back, we'll cut to a quick commercial break here and come back on the other side of this.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime, engineered to be stronger. Our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
I'm Dennis Halverson, Berkshire Hathaway in Charlevoix. Have you been thinking about selling your house? We've got a long list of people looking to buy. If you've been thinking about selling your property and aren't quite sure where to start, that's where I come in. I've got the expertise, the background, and the experience to help market your property in a way that will maximize your profit. I pride myself on the relationship I establish with my clients, whether that be on the sell side or the buy side of their real estate transaction. I'm Dennis Halverson, the 2021 ACK Realtor of the Year.
Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Alrighty, here we are back, ladies and gentlemen. After that bit of a refresh, we lost connection on our end, or excuse me, their end. St. Ignace, that's the only problem with NFHS Network, is sometimes the connection can be a little bit unsteady. Scoring has blown up in a big way. St. Ignace gathered 5 points, Rayders 8 in the last about 2 minutes that we were gone, 2.5 minutes of gameplay. So pretty substantial change here. Rayders within 3. Unfortunately, we won't have perfect scoring tallies from here on out, but we'll do the best that we can since we did miss a couple minutes of game time. Now, Ava Boss, though, I will say, giving us a nice quick 2 points, bringing us right back.
That was a nice move by Ava. St. Ignace on the offensive end here, looking to score another, and that was that 11? Looks like 11.
That was 11. Addie Winberg.
So they've called her name quite a bit, so she could be maybe the mystery player.
Yeah. Abby Wright going up, no good on the shot, but she does draw the foul.
Again, so far, at least in the first 2 games, St. Ignace showing the capability of scoring early and often. And just in those 2 minutes that we were away with the technical difficulties, they posted a pretty nice little run in the brief brief period of time we were off the air there. Abby Wright sinks her first free throw, makes it 15-13. We were commenting about this beautiful hardwood floor. that the girls are playing on, probably made in the UP. They've got a company up there that does make these for basketball courts all over the world.
Yeah. Pretty high honor for the UP to be included in that. But an even better thing right now is that Wright was able to pull us back within 1 point. Both of her free throws were made there as Anna Kemp comes away with the rebound. Ava Boss taking back over floor general duties here. She works her way into the paint, gets that blocked, and Winberg takes it back the other way.
Going to be a foul called on Charlevoix. They're walking back towards St. Ignace end of things.
The ref suffered a ball to the shoulder from Winberg.
So Addie Winberg, 5'7" sophomore.
That was one thing you were talking about earlier, and I agree with you, is that we really miss not having most teams anymore, for whatever reason, don't do the height and weight, grade charts, all that stuff for their players, which was a nice touch to be able to get to know a little bit about the skills and abilities of the teams as Winberg picks up that free throw.
I think we find, in the boys' side anyway, we're up there guessing. We see the visiting team typically come in and, well, is he 6'2" or is he 6'4"? And it'd be really nice to have that data there.
Yeah.
Which you'd only have to get once, and obviously not.
But still, it's a 2-point game, 16-14. Eaton working her way in, gets the foul called off the missed shot. So she'll be going to I apologize, that's Abby Wright that'll be getting the free throw opportunities, which we know she's about a dead eye there at the free throw line. I can't recall any misses that she's had so far.
Well, she was right down in there in her wheelhouse. And although didn't get the basket nor that first free throw.
There's the announcer's curse if I ever saw it.
Yeah, you get her down in there, and she's got some size to her, and she's got a nice move to the hoop, and she's trouble down low.
Mm-hmm. But she does pick up that second free throw opportunity, so 4 points as far as we know for her. I'm sure, judging by the score of this game, she's got a lot more. Just a reminder, we were off the air for about 2.5 minutes as the NFHS lost connection.
Got hung up on the bridge between St. Ignace and Charlevoix.
Abby Wright taking that coast to coast, gets 2 more in. Beautiful job by her. Raiders pull back within the lead for the first time since the beginning of the game.
Yeah, another foul call. I thought she might have traveled with that basketball, but the refs did not see it that way. Going to be a Charlevoix foul on it's like Collins. I thought the ref put the 2 and 1 up finger-wise.
So if that's the case, Biani Collins would have her third foul. If the tally is correct, and we've been seeing the ref's fingers correct, which we're what, about 60 miles south as the crow flies, so it might be a little hard to pick out fingers, Dennis.
Yeah, and the one thing that the scoreboard in your lower right-hand corner does not have, which is kind of nice, is when the foul's called, have the player number and the number of fouls. That's kind of handy to look at as well, which we do not have that luxury tonight of seeing that running tally.
But we'll make do with the best that we can get here, being that we're at home and all those girls are fighting for this game about an hour north of us. As Biani Collins gets the high pass into Abby Wright, that one bounces around, no good, but she does draw another foul with 23 seconds here in the first quarter.
One thing that seems to be clear about the St. Ignace defense is they're having all kind of trouble with Wright.
Yeah.
She seems to have enough space down low to put up some darn good shots, and even on this last call, if you don't get the shot, you get the foul call, and hits that first one. So I think so far, Abby Wright is giving the St. Ignace down low defense about all, maybe more than all that it could handle.
And keep in mind, this is a team that scored against Boyne City 63-27, and then scored over Rudyard 87-9.
I'd like to have been there that night.
I don't know if I would, Dennis. That might turn into a snooze fest.
That'd be a shooting gallery watching 87 points be put up.
I suppose if you're a St. Ignace fan, that's about as good of a game as you can get. But
yeah. Boys or girls, 87. That's a nice. That's a hard working night.
Right. 30. Cadence Cullen with the ball now. The shot no good. So that'll end your first quarter of action. The Raiders are up 3, 19-16 over what seems to be so far a pretty stout St. Ignace Saints team. We'll have a quick commercial break. And then, hey, we'll come back. We've got 3/4 of a game left to go here. We've got the tech stuff all figured out. Why not? We'll be back on the other side of this. Stay right where you are.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us. And next week, this commercial could be yours.
Charlevoix Jeep Ram, it's the wrap up the year sales event. Vote on which showrooms decorated best and enter to win a TV. Plus, get 3.9% APR on new Rams and no payments for 90 days on Grand Cherokees.
From all of us,
Merry Christmas!
And here we are, coming out of the quarter break. The Raiders are up 19-16 over St. Ignace. 8 minutes here, just about ready to get underway in the second quarter. Cannot tell who's taking care of the inbound duties for Charlevoix. That was Ava Boss. Now she comes into frame. The shot up and away, no good. Foul drawn on, I believe.
Calling the offensive foul.
Oh, they were. Okay. Yeah, I suppose it would be.
Yep, so that's going to go back over to St. Ignace.
So Charlevoix getting into some foul trouble early on in this game. They've had 6 fouls now between the first quarter and 3 seconds into this second one. And it's very possible, if we saw the ref's fingers right, that at least 2 or 3 of those fall on Bayani Collins, which is one of our best 3-point shooters.
Ooh, little defensive lapse there. Let number 42, Addison Cullen.
Yeah.
Pretty much a free shot there, and she scored it. Again, Charlevoix holding on to a 1-point lead. Abby Wright going in a little too deep, gets stripped to the ball, but stolen by.
I believe that was Anna Kemp. She wasn't able to get it up, but Abby Wright was right there to clean things up. And to our tally so far, she has at least 9 of the Raider 21 points.
Yeah, it's the Abby Wright night tonight.
That's right. And quite often, for that young lady being a senior, it ends up being that way. As I believe that was Cullen once again getting 2 more.
Well, they're playing a little two-person basketball down low, back and forth. The defense collapses on the ball, and they dish it out to the open offensive player, and so far that's been pretty effective. Boy, those St. Ignace girls, at least from watching the screen, they've got some size.
Yeah, well, we see here there are 5 girls that are 5'8" and above, 2 of which are 5'10" and above. So, yeah, there is some good size on that team. And so far that's been doing well for them this season. As the shot, no good there from, that was not Anna Kemp. No. That's 34, Christy Cordova, junior on the team this year. First year coming up from the JV squad. The Saints lose that one. Ava Boss taking it back over. Cordova back to Boss.
Full court pressure by St. Ignace for a couple moments there. Man, that's a shot. Oh, that wasn't a shot. It was a pass. Ooh.
Wow, and that one gets swung way over to Addie Winberg. She cannot get it as Ava Boss gets the steal. Goes back the other way. Raiders back again to holding a 1-point lead, 21-20. Raiders taking their time. Oh, that one goes off the hands of Cece. Nope, I apologize. 30, Cadence Cullen.
Rebound for Charlevoix number, is that 12?
That would be.
Would that be 12?
Yeah, number 12, Ava Boss, standing
Ava
right
Boss
there under the basket. Yep. Maybe right. With the high pass this time to Kemp, back on the floor. Now to Carleton. She works it back around to Abby Wright. She gets it stripped, and it goes back the other way. 5:50 here, 21-20 score. St. Ignace working their way in, cannot make the shot. Picked back up by Anna Kemp, and Raiders take it back over.
Yeah, nice Charlevoix rebound there. Carrying the ball.
Yep.
The infamous carrying the ball call. That one kind of raises its ugly head and typically comes in bunches when a ref gets into that jag.
Oh, well, that'll be something to watch out for tonight.
Yeah, you could call carrying a lot more than you do, and when somebody flicks that switch, nobody knows why from the ref standpoint. But that's kind of a ubiquitous call.
And Dennis knows all about that, being a former ref. And that was 42 Edison Cullen under the basket, getting the 2 points and the foul.
That'll send her to the line for the old-fashioned three-point attempt. That you notice St. Ignace girls all have those white and pink shoes. At least the majority of them do. I might have seen one that does not have those, but those come out loud and clear on this big screen.
Yeah, boy, I did not realize that till just now. Very white and pink shoes indeed.
Nice ball movement by Charlevoix.
Shot no good there by Cordova, going back the other way.
Well, St. Ignace takes the lead here by 2 points, and they've got a little hot streak.
Make that 4.
Going, they're hitting the hoop hard, hitting the backboard, and it seems to be paying dividends so far with a 4-point St. Ignace lead.
Cullen and Cece, as well as Eddie Winberg, are your 3 leading players right now for the Saints. With this game well in hand, 25 points so far in the first quarter and a half of gameplay. Cullen under the basket. That one goes up and over. A little bit of trouble going against Abby Wright. She takes it coast to coast now, trying to get something up and in. No good.
Yeah, foul call. Block on, it's like number
30?
30, I'm going to say 30, yep. Candace Cullen, 5'10 junior.
Yeah. So there must be some cousins or sisters, because I'm looking on the roster. There are 3 Collins. A senior, Liberty Cullen, number 10. You've got junior, Cadence Cullen. And then you have junior as well, Addison Cullen.
Possibly some twins in that mix.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to be careful on saying twins or sisters, because the last time I did that, found out from somebody watching that they were all cousins. So
yeah, that was the Mulpus the Mulpus mistake.
Yeah, I suppose it was.
That was the East Jordan. I think I might have corrected you on that night.
That's possible. I mean, you seem to know the Mulpuses over there quite well. I mean, God, they've had a lot of history in this area for a long time.
Just another Mulpus. They're always one in the queue.
Yeah. As Abby Wright takes it back over now, the Raiders still down 4. Have held St. Ignace scoreless here in about the last minute of gameplay.
Yeah, Wright shuffled her feet.
Yep.
Another Charlevoix turnover. This has not been a very clean first half for the Raiders.
No. I mean, we have a combined 8 fouls between the first and second quarter. We'll make it the first quarter and a half so far for the Raiders. The Saints, I don't believe, have any fouls. So it's been a rough game there penalty-wise, and then a lot of errant turnovers as we have another camera blip going on here.
It unblipped itself.
Yep, that's good. Didn't miss anything, though. Still the same score. The Raiders do get it back in their control as Carleton takes it back across the timeline.
Well, I dare say the Lady Saints are not going to score 87 points here tonight.
My goodness, Abby Wright, though, she gets the 2 points and the foul call. She's having one heck of a night herself with at least 11 of the Raiders' 23 points. I had hazarded a guess that she's got a lot more. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we did have about 2.5 minutes of time earlier on in the first quarter where the camera on St. Ignace's end lost connection. So we don't have completely accurate counts, but we're doing the best we can. As of right now, we know that Abby Wright has at very least 12 points of the Raiders' 24.
Yeah, at least this first half it's been the Abby Wright night. Where would they be without her tonight? They'd be in a little bit of a predicament.
That's
a little bit of a pickle.
Predicament.
Pickle and pasty land up there.
Predicable.
Oh, and then nice drive. She gets rewarded for the drive again.
Yeah.
Everybody else kind of for the Lady Raiders been a little quiet offensively. So the Raiders have 24, and we're thinking Wright might have 14 of those ish. 15 maybe, making that first free throw. Tie score here with just a little bit more than 3 minutes to go in the first half of this one. Up above the bridge here tonight.
Just a skosh above the bridge. Sometimes I hazard or halt myself on calling St. Ignace part of the UP.
No.
I mean, it's just so right there
It's
close to
right
Lower
there.
Peninsula. You're connected to the bridge. You get all the lopers that cross into St. Ignace just to say they've been to the UP. I don't know. Sometimes it just feels too close.
Well,
You can see the Lower Peninsula
Yeah.
from St. Ignace. It just feels too close to me.
So you'd call St. Ignace a tweener city.
That's a good word for it. I would call
They're-
St. Ignace a tweener. Yeah.
They're a tweener. They're kind of not this, but they're kind of not that.
You know, I've been working on a highlight video for the football team this year from the past season for Next Level Broadcasting to post over the last several days as I lose my writing utensil.
Like 22 at the line there, sunk the first one.
We get the roster pulled up. There she is, 22, Gabby Adams, so she gets her first point of the night as far as we know.
Abby Wright again with a drive and another foul. I mean, she's either making the basket or picking up the foul, but like I mentioned before, Shane, you said that the Lady Saints had not had many fouls called on them, and refs always try, no matter what, no matter if it's even right or wrong, to even at the end of the day, both teams have the same number of fouls.
Yep.
That way, no coach can point at the other coach and say, "Hey, they got more than we do." I mean, that's so really. Even if the refs have to kind of like hallucinate a little to even that out, which they did. So Raiders still only have one more than the Saints, with Abby Wright missing the second one of those.
But back to what I was saying a moment ago, I've been working on a lot of video clips here to put together into a highlight video. And Dennis's tweener has come up a lot in those videos, so it's been interesting to go back and see all those. And it's funny how I've been watching that as St. Ignace picks up 2 points there off of 42, Cullen, once again, as she goes to the line as well. But then it's mentioned here tonight. Dennis brings it up, calling St. Ignace a tweener city, just like they call Mackinac City a tweener city for the Lower Peninsula. They're just kind of too close one or the other.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh.
Wow.
Boy, that was a size differential there between number 44 again. Kind of went up against, who the heck was that? She was quite a bit smaller than Cece. But Cece to me doesn't look 5'8". Does she look? We're looking at the same girl with a program?
I'm thinking I could be wrong. Is that 42, Colin? Or is that CC? The number is not quite coming.
She got a pigtail down the back of her. It doesn't help. I remember last year made the comment for the announcers' accuracy, they should have the girls tuck in the pigtail because you screws up the number sometimes. Nice drive and 2 points by
Abby Wright. One thing you can't get confused, though, is Abby Wright's scoring ability.
No.
You see her drive down there, and you immediately know that's her just by her athletic prowess here on the court compared to everyone else.
We knew she had promise last year, and she was one of the gals I was really curious how she made it through the summer. And because, you could just tell watching her last year that she had a lot of potential. And I think we're seeing some of that potential in action here tonight. She's a one-man show or one-woman show. But the famous carrying the ball got her.
There you see. Just
I
as you said a
digress.
minute ago. They come in bunches. That's
They
the
do.
second one we've seen so far tonight. So
Yep. They, like I said, you can zero in on that ball or you can just let them play. And like I said, when does the hand move farther down than up? Who cares?
Mm-hmm. But the Raiders are still keeping it a 1-point game at the moment as
That was a nice drive.
Yeah. Gets in two more.
14?
Taya Shepard.
Yeah, 5'8" sophomore. This and another steal by St. Ignace. Well, that was probably an ill-advised shot there. Didn't go in. Rebound for Charlevoix. Charlevoix kind of got to get things a little tighter here. They're going to be in trouble.
Christy Cordova up and over. Airmails that one by a fair amount. Minute 30 to go here in the first half. Still a 3-point game between the two. Is another shot there, this time by Cullen. Goes away. Abby Wright picks that one up, but not before. We call a timeout Coach Kepke saw that one written on the wall that there might be some trouble, so he bails the team out with 80 seconds to go here in the first half. So while they do that, we'll take a moment to thank our friends at Cherry Capital Airport and come back after this.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Charlevoix Chevrolet, it's the Red Tag Sales Event. Stop in and vote on which showroom's decorated best and enter to win a TV. Plus, get 1.9% financing on Chevy Equinox and Silverado all month long.
From all of us,
Merry Christmas!
And here we are. 80 seconds to go here in the first half. Raiders down 3. It's been the Abby Wright show all night long. Ava Boss looking to drive that one in. Instead gets the pass off as the camera slowly pans around. This is an automated camera, ladies and gentlemen. There's no person running this one. As that one gets bounced around, Abby Wright trying to go for the shot, draws the foul.
I think that wasn't Abby Wright. I'm thinking number 15 for Charlevoix.
Yep, you'd be right.
Anna Kemp, senior. Going to go to the line, like you mentioned. Charlevoix trail on this one by 3 with just $1.02 to go here in the first half.
Anna Kemp is another player who's always working hard and is normally right there, just as integral as Abby Wright or Collins or about anybody else on this team. She's as hard a worker as any and normally gets pretty good scoring night in and night out, so we're happy to have her and good to see her get some points so far tonight in a nice moment here right before the half expires with about a minute to go, bringing the Raiders back within 1.
I'd call Kemp the third leg of the Lady Raiders stool.
Yeah.
Collins, Wright, and her would be the 3 foundational players for Charlevoix. Ooh, that was a tough shot.
Oof. You know
Almost
what?
went in.
I'd have to agree with you, Dennis. I mean, when you look at them, they're the most seasoned, most, athletically complete players on this team.
3 seniors, right?
Yep. Ava Boss right there, though. She's been doing well so far tonight. One of the only other scorers besides Abby Wright, as she gets called on the foul there against Cullen.
Yeah, I think Cullen was bailed out a little bit. She went down too low, and fortunate for her, picked up the foul. 1-point game, kind of a little bit, a lot of turnovers first half.
A lot of turnovers and a pretty contested game back and forth. Plenty of shooting has gone on, as we can see here by the score, which is a good first half or half of any kind between boys or girls. I mean, 32 and 31, a combined 63 points is a great opening half. So it's been an entertaining game to watch, minus the fact that we don't have sound or can't be there in person. But other than that, I mean, you got about as good as you can get.
Yeah, we're second best.
Right. We are free, so there's that. As 42, Cullen gets 2 more on the board.
She's got a nice move to the basket. She gets down low, and she's going to cause you some problems, too.
Right, and being the tallest member on the court at nearly 6 foot, she's hard to stop. But speaking of stopping, the clock stops for your halftime break. We've got 10 minutes up there on the board. The Saints lead this one over the Raiders by 3, 34-31. Charlevoix hanging right in there over a team that has scored an average of 75 points over the first couple of games of their season so far. So we'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this for your Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show.
Charlevoix Jeep Ram, it's the Wrap Up the Year sales event. Vote on which showroom's decorated best and enter to win a TV. Plus, get 3.9% APR on new Rams and no payments for 90 days on Grand Cherokees.
From all of us,
Merry Christmas!
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us. And next week, this commercial could be yours.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Ignace from Berkshire Hathaway in Charlevoix. Have you been thinking about selling your house? We've got a long list of people looking to buy. If you've been thinking about selling your property and aren't quite sure where to start, that's where I come in. I've got the expertise, the background, and the experience to help market your property in a way that will maximize your profit. I pride myself on the relationship I establish with my clients, whether that be on the sell side or the buy side of their real estate transaction. I'm Dennis Halverson, the 2021 ACK Realtor of the Year.
There, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out in getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown cherry capital airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Shane Smith, Dennis Halverson. The Raiders so far have had a pretty, evenly matched game between them and the St. Ignace. Boy, that is a mouthful for me to say. St. Ignace Saints. There we are. 34-31, the Saints have up over the Raiders. And it's been pretty much the Abby Wright show going into this with, at the very least, 18 of those 31 points. We did have a period early on in the game in the first quarter where we lost connection. NFHS went AWOL on us for about 2.5 minutes. So we're doing our best to keep up on scoring since then, but they will not be completely accurate. But apart from that, a lot of turnovers on both sides and a fair amount of fouls. Charlevoix with, if I remember correctly, 10 fouls between the two quarters. Saints only with 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's I think the Lady Saints are pretty physical. I think just looking at size versus size on both sides, they're a force down low. They've got some players that can really hold their own down low and tend to be pretty good at going to the hoop when they get down low. But I think a couple things. We see Collins in foul trouble again.
Yeah.
And I think, we talked about the three-legged stool for the Lady Raiders, Collins being one of those legs. And when her size is not out there, especially playing a Saints team that does have some size, we get pretty small quick, the Raiders. And the Saints do not. They look like they've got some depth size-wise where they can just kind of throw in somebody about the same size. Unfortunately, the Raiders, again, probably pretty much have Wright and Collins, if you could kind of call them out of the group a little bit. That's our size right there. And we get really small really quick after that. Well, I think with Collins on the bench, St. Ignace has been able to make a run on us that they weren't making earlier when you had Collins and Wright out there together. I think, with either of those out, it allows the defense to cheat a little bit and gang up on again tonight, Abby Wright, because that Collins isn't able to kind of divert some of the St. Ignace defense.
Right. And just as you mentioned, the Raiders have 2 players, Wright and Collins, that are over 5'6". St. Ignace has about half a dozen of them, 5 of which are over 5'8". Let's see, count them. You've got a 5'7", 2 5'8", 3 5'8" girls, a 5'9", 10, and 11 all in there. So half a dozen plus girls with, 3 inches or more over the average height for a female, and the Raiders just don't have that to really be able to compare. And then you've got not only the height, but just physical build of someone like Addison Cullen.
Sturdy.
Very sturdy.
Sturdy.
Yeah. Very muscular, very sturdy. And she's just a force to be reckoned with there in the paint, especially under the basket. I mean, it's hard for even Abby Wright, as physical as she is and as good as she is handling the ball and making shots for herself and getting other players open. I mean, Cullen is just another force to be reckoned with that the Raiders haven't seen, and that would be the case for a team that's gone 2-0 so far in the season and outscoring their opponents 250 plus to like 130, I believe was the combined. No, sorry, it was 256 to 53 were the combined points that the other teams had. So,
and I think, like you mentioned, the size that St. Ignace it creates a lot of mismatches, because we can't match up with any of them at any given time. We cannot match up with probably at least 2, sometimes 3 of their players on the physical end of things, and I think they've got a little more muscle down low, and we just have trouble getting out in front of that. And again, Collins is missed just anyway, but when size kind of factors into the equation, which I think it does here tonight, I think that's a double whammy for Charlevoix.
And she just hasn't been as accurate as she has been either. I recall that she misses a 3-point shot there, practice shot. Last 2 years she's been on the varsity team. She's been a near lights-out 3-point shooter. She and Taylor Petrosky, when Bayani was a sophomore and Petrosky was a senior, were an incredible 3-point duo, and then you added Abby Wright in there as well. And last year it was Abby Wright and Bayani Collins really draining the threes, but Collins has kind of quieted down a little bit this year. She isn't quite as accurate, but on the flip side of that, unfortunately, she also accrues the fouls in a pretty quick fashion as well.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. And, you and I did most of the games last year.
Yeah.
And I think you're right on the spot is that Collins was a 3-point threat pretty much all last year, which I think gave when Collins is a 3-point threat, that makes life easier for Abby Wright down low.
Right.
Because a defense then is split. If you don't have somebody that can hit from the outside and draw that defense out towards you to kind of try to keep that from happening, it allows the defense to pack down low and make life difficult on Charlevoix tonight. And Charlevoix tonight, I don't believe, has any 3-point shots. I don't even know if they've made an attempt from 3-point land. So not having that piece of the puzzle allows the defense to cheat.
Right.
And they're going to pack down low, and as big as the Lady Saints are, that's been causing a lot of problems on rebounds and scoring. And again, I think you hit it on the head. Somebody's got to show the ability to hit from outside, not even necessarily from 3-point land, but just somewhere out that way that kind of loosens that defense up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep, gets them from guarding the basket so well, for sure, just like Addison Cullen has been that we've seen all game long. So here we are beginning the half. The Raiders get a quick steal. Abby Wright taking it back the other way as they try and claw
now
back.
That was
from
a carry too. See, it was I could see that from here, but they didn't call it. That's one of those I hate that call.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis has eyes so sharp as Bayani Collins misses that 3-pointer shot there.
Kind of right on cue from us, right?
Yeah.
About her missing the 3.
Dennis has eyes so sharp that he could see that from 60 miles away. Can you believe that? Those glasses, I tell you what, those must have some
yeah,
superpowers.
Superhuman. I had extra carrots for dinner tonight.
Oh, there you go.
It wears off eventually, but when you see that hand,
yeah,
anywhere near flat east and west and not north and south, I mean, it's a judgment call, but that one I thought was, if you're going to call it every time or leave it alone.
So Cullen gets the steal there as she hustles back across the half-court line. Saints working their way in. 45 seconds have gone by. No score so far.
And really, the Saints, I'll just say the Saints.
Yeah,
the
the Saints
Ignace doesn't roll off my tongue.
Yeah.
They haven't shown the ability to hit the jumper either. All their points are down low, too, but when you've got the size they've got, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's kind of two extremes. It's either right under the basket or three-point land for the Saints, and that's about it. As Abby Wright gets that one to bounce around and no good. Cullen there once again under the basket to pick it back up.
We think Collins is playing with at least 3.
Yeah.
Perhaps 4.
Which is very tough, especially when all those were accrued in the first half. Not exactly the scenario that Coach Koepke or the rest of the Raiders would want to get into, as number 11, Addie Winberg, gets 2 more on her tally tonight, having a good evening so far, and extends that Saint lead to 5 points now, 36-31, the biggest we've seen in quite a while. Abby Wright trying for 3, no good, falls off the front of the basket, goes back the other way.
She can make that shot, but that definitely is not her bread and butter shot from out that far. I love her down low. I mean, she knows what to do with it. She puts her size to use, and again, she can make those shots. I think last year Collins was a better 3-point shooter on the best on the team probably.
Yeah,
except for Petrosky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hard to match up with her on that. There's Collins. Speaking of that,
off the heel. Eaton was there to pick up the rebound off to Kemp, and now back around to Boss. Collins this time in the paint down low, working in, gets 2.
Needed that.
That's right.
This Petrosky was 2 years ago now, right?
Yeah.
2 years. How time flies.
Right.
If you're listening tonight there, I apologize. Down in, I think you're down there somewhere south of MSU.
yeah, the wrong side of the state from MSU, that's for sure.
We won't mention where.
Well, beautiful rebound there by Anna Kemp, working hard as ever here, trying to keep the Raiders within scoring distance here. 1 possession game at the moment, 36-33. Abby Wright for the long 2, no good, falls away. And number 11, Winberg there to pick it right back up. Steal, yep.
Kemp.
Anna Kemp now to Carly Eaton, working her way into the paint, and she draws the foul.
That's one thing I think Kemp brings to the table is she gives 100% every second she's on the court. And I think her strength is her defense. She's got quick feet, and she doesn't give up on the ball, and she gives you everything she's got.
Just that pure down and dirty scrappiness that the Raiders really need.
Grit.
That's a good word for it. As Abby Wright shows that grit some more, bringing the Raiders back within 1 point now, 35-36. Wright with at least 20 points, as I believe that was Cullen.
Yeah,
under the basket.
Yeah, that was a tough shot, but she put it in on her drive.
She has 16 points so far in the evening, all of which once again under that basket. A very hard-fought night for her so far.
Well, Collins was just slammed by Cullen on the putback. Collins tried going up with that, and Cullen pushing 6 feet. So she's probably one of the taller girls around at that 5'11" mark.
Yeah, as Ava Boss gets a travel call with her attempted pass to Collins.
You don't see many girls up this way at 5'11".
Right, yeah. Winberg working her way in, gets up against Carly Eaton. Instead gets the pass off to Cece. Been a little bit quiet for her since the opening couple minutes of this game. That one blocked by Ava Boss. Collins comes away with it now. Pass back over to Abby Wright for 4 minutes exactly here in the third quarter. Raiders still within 3 points. Winberg trying to get a steal. No good. Back over to Eaton. She's under the basket. No good on the shot, but draws another foul. So far, the Saints are the ones racking up the fouls early on in this quarter. Just as Dennis mentioned a little while ago, the refs try and even things out as best as they can. The Raiders with combined 9 to 10 fouls early on in the first half. the Saints up on the lead right now, 2-0.
Oop, in and out there. 3-point game from live from Charlevoix, talking about a game in St. Ignace. Who would have thought? Try to explain that to my grandma if she was still alive. How?
Right.
I sunk the second one there.
Yep. So Eaton with what we believe is her first point of the evening. Helping out the Raiders, keep it within 2 points as the ball's knocked around there, and Abby Wright picks it back up, works her way into the paint, triple team. That one goes off the feet of Cullen, and that'll remain Raider ball.
I'd like to see Abby finish that off. That was a tough pass down low. There was a lot of feet.
Yeah.
Lucky that went back to Charlevoix, but she could have went right to the hoop there. Collins with another 3 attempt.
Hey, there you go.
That's what we've been waiting for that.
That's right. Came at a beautiful time, puts the Raiders back up in the lead for the first time since about, we'll call it 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. As Cullen puts up a 3 of her own, no good. There is a rebound under the basket and a putback by Winberg.
They're good with those little kind of hook shots down low.
So Collins with a much-needed 3, her first of the night after several shots, all from the same spot, mind you. I mean, she was over there in the far corner of that 3-point line multiple times tonight and finally gets one in.
Those might be her first points of the night.
To our knowledge, she has 5 points right now so far. She works her way around, gets it over to Eaton, who was wide open. Pardon me, that was Anna Kemp. And the Raiders take back over with a 1-point lead, 41-40.
Collins with a nice assist there. Saw the open person there and got it to her quick.
Cullen working her way in, double team, not able to get the shot off. Pass back over. She has it once again, working in, no good. That'll be a foul call.
Foul call on Charlevoix.
Cannot make out the number from this far away with a camera to figure out who that was.
Well, the Lady Saints not shooting yet. 1-point Raider lead here.
Cullen working her way in. No good. That one bounces around. Abby Wright under there to pick it back up. Knocked away by St. Ignace. She loses the ball there and
foul on Wright.
Yeah.
I think one thing too defensively, and I know it's a tough thing to do, is on defense the Lady Raiders are not keeping their feet where they need to be to pick up the charge foul. I think St. Ignace is rushing the hoop and Charlevoix is kind of getting out of the way. I think if they stood tall a couple times, they could pick up a charge or two, but have not done that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Lady Saints are taking advantage of that and scoring quite proficiently down low.
Abby Wright to Collins, now to Kemp. 2:03 here in the third quarter.
Yeah,
and we got another travel.
Little crow hop there after she caught it.
Travels have been really the Achilles heel of the Raiders so far tonight.
Yeah, it's just kind of concentration stuff. It's we're not quite halfway through the season yet, but you'd like to think those sorts of turnovers would be rarer every game. But again, another successful drive by the Lady Saints.
I believe that was number 21, Jillian Frazier, 5'8" junior. As Collins gets that pass over to, well, we've got a foul there. Eaton was trying to get the shot up.
42, Addison Cullen, the 5'11" player for the Saints. Wish we could tell how many, because I don't think that's her first. Ooh, that was a rough free throw attempt. And she's coming out of the game. Their two biggest players, their big scorers, are taking a seat on the pine here.
Well, she's short on both of those free throw opportunities. Opportunities, there's the word. As the shot goes up and over, no good. The putback, no good as well, but there is a foul called. And that was Allison Cece there.
If you were to chart the success of the Lady Saints buckets, you could draw about a 6-foot little half circle down there low. They score 90% of their points within 6 feet of that basket.
Yeah.
I don't remember them taking maybe 1 or 2 jumpers, but they don't take many jump shots. They don't take many three-point tries, but within 6 feet of the basket, that's their sweet spot.
And look at how successful that's been for them so far this season.
Yep.
I mean, when you average 75 points a game, that's pretty good. As CC picks up that free throw, she has 6 points so far tonight. Eaton, not able to get that one to go in. A little bit short off the heel. She gets her own rebound after it makes its way into between the feet of about 3 different players. But the Raiders lose that one, and CC will be taking it the other way now for the Saints. Well, maybe. We'll see. Nope. The refs are going to give it back to the Raiders after all. This time with Christy Cordova taking care of the inbounding duties.
Now we got a little pause in the action, but I think they're got whatever they had to squared away.
Cordova to Collins, who's made 1 3-pointer from that area so far tonight. High pass back to Cordova, inside to Kemp, and she's not able to get a handle on it. Goes back the other way.
I think, again, we need a little somebody to get hot from 15 feet, not necessarily even three-point land, because, again, the Lady Saints just continue to pack the paint on the rebounds, scoring.
Thankfully for the Raiders, Cullen there has been a little bit cold from that section of the floor as of recent, but the Saints do get a steal. No good on the shot, but another foul drawn.
Again, another attempt from about 6 feet, in and out. They've got that kind of running hook that they do from down low, and they've been pretty good at making them. St. Ignace missing the first shot. 2-point lead. Closing in on the end of the third quarter.
Yep, Winberg short there, so it'll remain a 2-point St. Ignace lead. They do get the rebound, though. Winberg once again, this time staring down Cordova. She'll work her way into the paint, try it for 2. No good. That one falls away. Raiders come back with it. Anna Kemp taking it back across the court line.
Charlevoix got to, again, clean up those turnovers.
Well, you got to give them credit, though, for as many turnovers as they've had. They've been able to keep this a close game. That's right. Anna Kemp to Carleton, and another turnover ensues there. 18 and some change. Seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
They drive, they drive, they drive. Just like that.
Oof. One of those little scoop shots that we've been seeing so far tonight. Not able to go in there. Collins for the long 3 before the buzzer. No good. So that'll remain the score as we go into the final stanza of tonight's game. 43-41. Keep it right here, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a close game so far. Got another word from our sponsors, and we'll be back on the other side of this.
Time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I enjoy the...
There, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
All righty, just about ready to get into our final quarter of action here. We're in Raiderville. The Raiders are up in Saintsville.
Uperland.
That's right, Uperland. It is a 2-point game, 43-41. The Raiders, for as many turnovers as they've had, the Saints have had quite a few of their own right and are keeping this a 2-point game. against a very, very strong St. Ignace team.
Looks like a foul on Lady Saints.
So that'll be their first of the quarter. Do keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, these are quarterly fouls now for both boys and girls basketball, not by the half. I guess the reasoning there that we heard from Ann Gorney was for pace of game reasons, as well as
bureaucracy.
Yeah, I suppose.
We have to tinker with stuff all the time.
Yep.
Been 7 points a half forever. Then they went to 5 a quarter. Right?
Yep. So I guess, you know, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, doesn't quite apply to high school basketball. Yeah, St. Ignace loses that one there. Anna Kemp was all over that, and the Raiders get it back here with 7:46 in the game.
Full court pressure by the Lady Saints.
Anna Kemp races up to get that one. Tries for two.
Needed that.
Knocks it in.
That was big. Ties this ball game up.
Beautiful round there by Anna Kemp. 43 apiece. No good on the shot there, but we do have a foul. That'll be called on Christy Cordova.
Yeah, it looked a little weak from here, but again, like you mentioned, we're 60 miles away. Hey, some big local football news. Petzlaff, the big stud over for Gaylord football player, got made a commitment to Minnesota earlier this year to play for B.J. Fleck over there. Well, Smith, the new football coach at Michigan State, was able to flip him today, and he signed today with the Spartans. So that's big Sparty news, getting that kid to change direction from Minnesota to Michigan State.
That's right. We're excited for Mr. Pretzlaff and everything that he's got going on. A local kid just an hour down the road making it to the big times and Big Ten play at Michigan State. Hope for nothing but the best for him, as we hope to have a bright future with the new Oregon State coach in, and pretty much a complete crew change there with the coaching staff and players and everything at Michigan State. So we hope to see plenty of success coming from them here soon.
Well, he's sure earned his money, him and his staff, this week. I think they nailed down 3 or 4 commitments today and 3 or 4 yesterday. They just been, been going crazy on signing some talent up.
And speaking of talent, saying this, getting that off the inbound from Bayani Collins, and Cullen there, she's able to get a couple more on the board. She's been a little bit quiet here the last few minutes, but she's right there now. She has 18 points so far in the evening with a free throw opportunity coming up. But yeah, that Oregon State coach, I can't think of his last name. Smith, it is. Okay.
Just like yours.
Yeah, I should remember that, huh? Yeah, no, he knows how to turn a program around. 2 years ago, Oregon State was 2-8 or 2-9, I believe, was their season total.
Wasn't good.
No, it was not good. Then the last 2 years since, he's turned them around to a 10 and 9 win team, respectively, going to both bowl games both years, ranked in the top 25. So, great coach there, and we're excited to see how that goes. As Christy Cordova goes up for their free throw opportunity, gets that first one in.
I think it's Anna Kemp, isn't it? Or is it a 15 or 16? 15.
Nope, you're right. That is Anna Kemp. She looked a lot taller than that for a second, but
again, that pigtail in the back, it's kind of hard to
see
the number.
Yep.
But she sinks both of her free throws. That's one thing Charlevoix has not been doing a great job tonight of sinking free throws, but Kemp kind of turned that around, and we're tied up again.
Yep. Thankfully for Kemp, she's been, when she does shoot so far tonight, she's been right on the money, both in free throws and on the court itself. So she's keeping the Raiders right there, 45 apiece. A nice scorer so far.
They are just deadly down that low.
And that's none other than Cullen once again. Combined 92 points between the two teams, and we still have 6 3/4 minutes to go in the game as we get that one blocked, not before Collins gets a handle on it, just before it goes out of bounds. Right around to Cordova this time at the top of the arc. No good, just off the heel. Eaton there to pick up the rebound
nice
and gets the putback. Yeah.
Tie game again. Charlevoix showing some grit and determination on getting that ball where it needs to be.
We can't hear any audio there, but we know for darn sure, as Colin gets 2 more, that this is a very hard-fought, very passionate game between these two teams going right down to the wire here. 49-47.
Turnover by Collins. Errant pass.
And that'll be a blocking foul there on Charlevoix.
Those two gals got to be twins. Even from here, they look related. 41 and 50. Are those looking at the Cullen girls?
Let's see,
be 42 and 30. I don't know which two go with which two, but I'd find those two that are both juniors. I gotta believe they're twins. Gotta pause in the action.
Yep, that is 30. The other Cullen going off the court now for a seat on the bench.
Is that Ingles, Coach Ingles, which is a big basketball name up here, up in St. Ignace? Looks like he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, doesn't it? Kinda. Him walking over there.
Yeah, I would say it does, doesn't it? Cullen not able to get that first one to go in. Still a 2-point game with just over 6 minutes here in the game. This is a late one tonight, folks. 8:41 is the time right now. Game did start a good about 15 minutes later than usual due to a late JV game. And then, surprisingly, between the game break, we had a Pee-wee team come out, for lack of a better term, and play.
Oh, Charlevoix picking the wrong time to get a little loss of focus, and Charlevoix is going to call a timeout. That was a flurry of points by the Lady Saints, and they go up by 5 here. A lot of 5s. They're up by 5 with 5:55 to go in the fourth.
And the Raiders have 5 fouls.
Yeah, that's a lot of Fs.
Yep. So we'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Come back after this for your final, just about 6 minutes of game time, and what has been a pretty entertaining one, be it quiet one. Entertaining nonetheless, with a nice score, 52-47 so far. Stay right here. We'll see a familiar face and come back after this.
I'm Dennis Halverson, Berkshire Hathaway in Charlevoix. Have you been thinking about selling your house? We've got a long list of people looking to buy. If you've been thinking about selling your property and aren't quite sure where to start, that's where I come in. I've got the expertise, the background, and the experience to help market your property in a way that will maximize your profit. I pride myself on the relationship I establish with my clients, whether that be on the sell side or the buy side of their real estate transaction. I'm Dennis Halverson, the 2021 ACK Realtor of the Year.
And here we are. Hey, if you have anything real estate-wise, you know who to call. You just saw his face right up there on the live screen, and you can hear him talking with me. Dennis Halverson, give him a call for anything real estate related. He's your guy here in Charlevoix.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Biani Collins with the pass there. Oh, the ref trying to help out a little bit there, grabbing the ball up. As it goes back the other way, the Raiders down to the biggest deficit they've had so far in this half, 5 points.
They need to stop here.
Yeah. Points have been hard to come by for both teams here coming out of the half break. So anything the Raiders can do to stop from St. Ignace, the better chances they have of pulling this one out yet.
Okay, drive.
That no good there. That was Winberg that tried to make the shot here a moment ago. Ava Boss driving it around.
Ooh, almost a throwaway there.
Yep, Biani Collins able to scoop it back up.
We got a whistle. And what's going on?
I don't know. The ref's just out of frame for
Looks
what
like they
we
might
can
have
see.
called a foul on St. Ignace.
So the Raiders with a nice break there. Yep, you're right. The foul counter went up a tick for the Saints as Abby Wright fights for that ball against Cullen. Gets it, goes in, and the foul is drawn.
Are they going to give her the basket? I'm thinking probably not.
No, I think it was just a little bit too late there.
Going to wave that off, but they're talking. That's good. Communication is good. And they both came to the conclusion, no basket.
Communication is good even if you can't hear it.
Yep. Can read lips from 60 miles away.
Damn. Darn. Excuse me. Your carrots must have really kicked in there, Dennis.
Yeah. Right with the first one. Oh, got the player's bounce.
21 points so far. She's been also quiet this previous quarter. Most of her points came in the first half. 18 of her now 21 as far as we know. 52-48 is your score. Abby Wright looking to bring it back within one score. Cannot. So it remains a 4-point game. 5 minutes exactly here to go.
Man, they are consistent. That has been their bread and butter tonight, that down low pass to one of their big gals who do not miss much.
And that was the one of the Collin twins there, number 30, Cadence Collin. As Carly Eaton loses that one, goes back the other way to Winberg, gets the two.
Man, lucky she didn't get the foul call, too. Looked like it might have been close for a foul.
Winberg with a respectable 9 points so far in her tally. As the Raiders find themselves down 6, the biggest deficit they've had all half long. As that one bounces around and out. Well, an interesting travel call there. I would have said a foul more than anything, but the refs see it differently, so it'll remain an 8-point differential.
Now we're getting down here to crunch time. Charlevoix, again, one of those situations they need a stop. And they got to start whittling away at that lead with the time kind of ticking away here in this one.
Drive by Winberg. No good. No foul call either. Raiders come away with it. That's Carly Eaton fighting down in the trenches. Christy Cordova. Yep. Now to Ava Boss. She's working her way in. Not able to get that. Cordova. No, pardon me.
Right.
Abby Wright with 2.
Abby Wright cleaning up the mess off the glass on a badly needed bucket for Charlevoix.
6-point differential, all 56-50. Abby Wright has at least 23 of those 50 points for the Raiders. 3:40 to go.
The Lady Saints probably in no real hurry right now. Gonna back it off a little bit. This is the slowest they've played the whole game.
Yeah.
Not looking to their kind of patented drive. They're just passing it around, playing a little catch.
Well,
almost
Ava
got
Boss,
a turnover.
yeah, nearly took the steal off of that pass. And we have a foul.
6-point Ignace Lady Saint lead.
Yeah.
So what's our schedule? You say we're back on the air tomorrow night with the boys game?
Yep, the boys will be playing up in Sheboygan. So we'll be bringing that game to you live here as well. Most likely from the very same location at Charlevoix High School. So, hey, if you're around or know anybody that's in the school, stop by. We'll be in one of the classrooms here. Say hello. We'd be happy to see you. We're having about as much fun as we could have here in a completely church-silent room. Trying to keep in the energy of this game, that's for sure.
I kind of like when we did that one game at the townhouse.
Yeah, that was good. That was a football game last year.
A lot of energy there.
Yeah. No good on the shot there. As Carly Eaton tries to put back up 2 more, gets the foul call.
Yep, that's a foul on one of the Collins girls. She's got, again, we wish we could see the tally because I think she's had more than a few as well. Foul calls.
Mm-hmm.
Big shots here. Ooh, missed everything.
Yeah, you can't really airball a free throw with 2:52 to go and down 6.
Yeah, you gotta kind of get your zen going. There you go. Your inner self.
Right. So Eaton brings us back within 5 now. 2:50 to go. Shot up and good. Then you get a beautiful one like that from Winberg.
They are good at that shot. I don't care who takes it. Little 6-foot hook. That's been 80% of their points tonight.
Yeah. That'll remain Raider ball. I mean, you can't get much more talented at that than the Saints team is, and I'd be willing to bet they could go against just about anybody in the state, and at least Division III, be able to win if they're that consistent with those shots under the basket.
You got to deny them the ball before they get that. And once they get that and put that up, they've been impossible to stop.
Yeah.
You just got to deny those cutters the ball down low and keep them from being in a position to take that shot, because they're making that an 80% success rate.
Because they can't really shoot from the three-point land. We
Yeah.
haven't seen many shots at all tonight. What they have made, they've only made one or two over the course of the entire night. So it is most definitely their bread and butter is right there under the basket.
Well, not to complain, but the Charlevoix foul here, a ref was 5 feet away from those two players, did not call the foul. The ref from the farthest away, calls that shot. He's 10 times farther away than the ref right on top of the ball. Yeah,
And a ref from even farther away, sitting next to me, didn't even see it. So there you go.
No, that was tough. Well, the St. Ignace boys are having some success this year so far. They've got the coach's son who's doing very well, whose name escapes me. Ingalls, I don't know if he's coaching the boys too, or that'd be difficult. But I want to say the last name's Ingalls also on that boys team, the big scorer there. Senior kid, they interviewed him on 7 and 4 News the other night.
Well,
look at that shot.
Oh,
they do not. That is way too easy.
And Ingalls, it sounded like she even floated it in there. She just full on chucked it at the backboard, and it still found its way in. So she has 13 points, pretty much all from the basket. And you're right. Why not? She'll try it.
She's been watching that enough tonight. She decided to try one for herself.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Well, she does, and gets 25 points now in total on the night.
Still a tall order here for Charlevoix. $1:30 to go and 7 points behind.
Yeah. And they'll call that foul on Bayani Collins. That could be her last one.
Yeah, she's darn close if that isn't. She sat most of the third quarter, which did not help. So again, folks back home will be back here tomorrow night broadcasting one. Same 2 spots in the same classroom in Charlevoix, but instead of St. Ignace, we'll be close. I think you can see St. Ignace from Sheboygan.
Just about. Yeah, you've got Boblo or Bolbla, however you say that island, and Mackinac Island in the way, but other than that, they're right across the channel,
right
basically.
Across the channel. So we'll be talking about pretty close to what we're talking about tonight, geographically speaking.
Yeah.
From the very same exact 2 chairs, watching about a 68-inch screen here with a silent movie. So we're supplying the subtitles for the silent movie. So you guys back home aren't listening to
nothing. We should invest in some
crowd noise.
Well, either that, or I was thinking if we're going to go the silent movie route, get some of that old piano music from way back when. Get a little record player going, playing their crackly piano music from about 100 years ago.
Or doing our own sound effects,
Yeah. Oh, man.
So watch these guys, that patent and move. Boom.
Oh.
They missed one.
Wow. Well, they got to miss one once in a while, huh?
Boy, we got to hurry here.
75 seconds in the game. The Raiders down 7.
Collins still in there, so that wasn't her 5th, but we need a 3 there. Shoot her up. What the heck?
Oh, just off the mark there. Raiders bouncing that one around. Pick it back up. That's Cordova now to right inside.
Put it up again. No.
Macy McEwen trying to get a handle on it. Gets it back
to
over.
Collins. Put it up.
Now to Eaton on the inside. That one's a beautiful block there by, that was Cece, number 44.
I'm not sure, partner. This one looks like it might be in the books.
Yeah, I'd have to say. 51 seconds, down 7. Points have been very hard to come by in this game, especially with a complete team like those Saints. And this possession will pretty much ice things away here as time ticks down under 45 seconds.
So Charlevoix would be taking on the school bus probably an hour and a half drive back to town here tonight. They still got school in the morning, so.
Yep, it's their last day tomorrow. They won't have anything too strenuous. I hear it's their annual Christmas assembly, so at least they'll have an easy day to work into after a long night here. Probably not getting home till 10:30 or better.
So no homework to hand in.
Yeah.
probably. No term paper. Is that the end of the semester tonight? Probably not.
Nope. The end of the semester will be third week of January, I want to say.
All right. Well, as the Raiders see this one slip slowly through their fingers.
They had a hard-fought game. I tell you what, right until about the last 4 minutes of game time, the Raiders were right there the whole game, keeping it within 2-3 points. Just a couple of unfortunate turnovers and some good shots made right there under the basket. Kind of pushed this one a little bit too far out of reach for the Raiders. As they're down 8, they do have a free throw opportunity with Did-I Right at the line.
Well, the Raiders just could not stop that down low production that the Lady Saints just have been so good at tonight.
Yeah.
But one thing, we held them to under 87, which is what they beat Rudyard with.
And we held them under 63 here if all things shake out, which is what they beat Boyne City with. As Wright does
Collins
get one of
with
those
a
free
steal
throws. Yeah.
on the inbounds. That's nice.
Macy McEwen fighting for that one.
Looks like the possession arrow is back to the Lady Saints.
Yep.
When it's going wrong, it's going wrong. Get a nice tie up there and still don't get the ball back.
Right. It's like the old saying, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, that was Dick Vitale's big complaints about the changing the possession arrow. You do a good defensive play and you're not rewarded for it.
Yeah. Well, he seems to know a little bit more than most of us do, that's for sure. He was one of the most storied broadcasters of all time.
Without a doubt. Kind of fighting cancer the last, seems like forever.
Yeah. First free throw is good by Winberg. She has 15 points now. It's the second highest scorer between both teams, let alone just the Saints. That one falls short. 62-54 is the score, 22 seconds. Raiders trying to keep Saints from getting higher than what they scored over Boyne City here a couple weeks back.
But if you're comparing that game with this game, Boyne City only scored 27 points.
That is true. We've scored exactly twice as many as Boyne City did. So there's a feather to put in your cap, I suppose. A little consolation prize. Yeah.
Boyne City, a Division 6 team, so they're a little bigger. I don't know what is St. Ignace 7 like us, or are they 8? You know off the top of your head?
For football, they're 8-man, but I believe for everything else, they're still Division 7, or in basketball, it still goes by classes.
Yeah.
So they're Class C like Charlevoix is. Never quite understood why it's classes and divisions between the two sports, but...
Well, back to we got to do something to mess things up.
You
can't be too logical, you know.
Nope.
A foul call there. 3.5 seconds to go. You can put this one in the book, and somebody better go warm up the Charlevoix bus for the ride back home tonight.
Yep, I know I got a car to go warm up here eventually. It's been sitting out there since about 4 this afternoon when I got here to the school to make sure everything was set up ahead of time.
Was Shane doing the trifecta job-wise? Producer, director, technician, IT guy, logistical support, finds the room, sets the whole thing up, and it went pretty much flawlessly tonight there, Shane.
Yeah, I'm very happy with how this went. I hope we can have this arrangement for more away games later on, especially those critical ones, like, say, against Boyne City and East Jordan, teams like that everyone enjoys watching. We certainly hope to be able to bring that to you here on Next Level Broadcasting from right here in the comfort of our own town, quite possibly our own school. So we want to thank Travis Garrett for allowing us to set this up tonight right here in one of the classrooms at the school. And we want to thank you all for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to what was quite exciting game right up until the very end as the Saints come away victorious in this one, 63-54. Now, join us right back here again tomorrow night, rather, at 7 o'clock as the Raiders boys varsity squad takes on the Sheboygan. What are they up there? Are they the Chiefs still?
I don't know what they are. They're our newest member to the conference.
Yep.
Sheboygan and Kingsley take the place of East Jordan and St. Francis, so we're going to be seeing a lot of Sheboygan on our schedule in the next coming years, which we've always played them anyway, but now they're an official part of our conference.
So we'll be happy to bring that one to you tomorrow night. We thank you all for tuning in tonight. And for all of us, well, just the two of us, there's no crew tonight. It's just Dennis and I.
Yep.
That's right.
What you're hearing is what you get, what there is.
Yep. Well, thank you all for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure as always. We'll see you right back here again tomorrow night.